Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Jesus is here, and today we've got some big news for the Vortex. You no longer have to build Delacium in order to clear Vortex Vanquisher. Earlier on I tested on an account on iOS that belongs to Shadow Knights. Every Vortex Vanquisher 1 planet was SFX, and SFX managed to clear them all. And this is due to Celestial Island. This is my account here now. As you can see, I've upgraded quite a bit and transfer 224,000 attack to SFX just from Celestial Island. Most accounts can transfer over 100,000 quite easily. This is obviously very upgraded with mostly V4 tenants. But even with less progress on Seal Land, you can still expect to get between 100 and 200,000 attack transferred to SFX from here. In addition to this, we have attack and HP that comes from skin. Mainly attack is important for Vortex, also from your artifacts. There are really just quite a few upgrades that have come with Celestial Island, and SFX has got significantly stronger. You can now find SFXs with over 1 million attack in the game, and this has a huge impact on Vortex Vanquisher. It makes the earlier levels easier, and now finally makes Vanquisher 1 possible. I've been looking for a little while for an account to test this on, and finally today we had a go. So this was on iOS, so I didn't record all of Vanquisher, but I did manage to work out how to screencast to the PC. And ended up recording footage of, I'd say, the hardest planet in Vanquisher 1. The SFX you'll be watching on this account has about 140,000 attack transferred to it via Celestial Island, so quite a reasonable target to be looking at. And the rest of the team is pretty standard Vortex Vanquisher stuff. So let's take a look at that footage now. So for all of these attempts that I did on Vanquisher 1, I used a Dark comp with Dark protection. I had quite a lot of signets, so I was able to get as many protections as I liked, especially on the last 2 planets. So here we're using Antler's Cane on the SFX. The reason for that is that these fights are quite long. I normally use Punisher Staff on the SFX, but if you are using a Dark comp in Vanquisher 1, these fights can go on for quite a few rounds, so Antlers really begins to edge out over Punisher. And as you can see, SFX is already doing quite a large amount of damage. Bear in mind, these fights were impossible before Celestial Island. SFX couldn't even dent it. Because these fights are longer, I've actually put Purify for the curses on SFX, because Ra is able to get quite a few curses out before we eventually kill her just then. That means that you're going to have some rounds where SFX is going to be CC'd, but you know, these fights are long enough that it's very hard to avoid Ra getting a curse out on SFX. But as you can see, the rest of the team is completely standard. It's the one we use for Dark clears. You know, Drake, Ra, Carrie as the Dark members, and Queen, Jara, and SFX rounding out with the Transcendence membership. SFX doing the lion's share of the work as normal, Jara putting in a decent amount of damage, but this actually proves that it's completely possible to clear all of Vanquisher with SFX. So if you're planning to build Delaciums in order to clear Vanquisher, you can now stop. All that you need to do is carry on upgrading your SFX, and the clear will get easier and easier and easier. So if you do have Delacium still, I mean, they're still useful, because if you have Abyss and not Trans protection, it will save you signets, but I would not be building Delaciums now if you don't already have them. We can just have a quick look at the SFX that we have here. 964,000 power with Antlers there, and I really maxed out the attack that was transferred from the tenants. But as we can have a look at the level of SFX's tenants, you know, the houses are level 18 there. The tenants, we got 1 10-star, 2 V4s. You know, it's all very accessible stuff. 145,000 attack transferred. You know, this is very, very achievable in terms of goals. Well, I hope this video was useful to you, and I shall see you next time.